many people have so much respect for this man, not just as a football coach, but just as a human being.
A great human being. He's caring. He has class, character.
Great character guy. Has pretty much taught all of us who played, what the true meaning of a man is.
He led by his example of being a kind, gentle person.
Friday, September 14th was a special day for Conrad Weiser. Not only was it the third game of the season for the Scouts, it was their home opener and a day to honor Coach Ferdie Kuczala, the first head coach for Conrad Weiser football, a man who was asked to start a football program in 1969 and did just that. Even today, his lessons of good character, pride, and tradition still represent what everyone knows as Conrad Weiser football.
My name is Mark Moyer. I played in the late 70s and early 80s for Coach Kuczala.
Hi, I'm Greg Werner, and I graduated in 1970.
John Schoner, I graduated in 79.
Dwayne Putt, class of 84.
Barry Whitmoyer. I was on the 1981-1982 teams.
My name is Joe Carey. Played from 69 to 72.
My name's Randy Crick. I'm from 1969. I was on the first team. I have a lot of fond memories from that time.
Graduated in 84, Tom Schoner.
I'll put it this way. If you want to know what the word class means, you don't have to look it up in the dictionary. You just think of Ferdie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Conrad Weiser Stadium. I ask that you direct your attention to the track, where we begin our ceremony to honor Conrad Weiser's first football coach. I would like to turn the ceremony over to Dr. Steve George, former assistant coach under Ferdie Kuczala, and Gordy Spiker, standout player from Coach Kuczala's 1973 undefeated championship team. Dr. George.
Thank you. Good evening. The year was 1968. Bobby Kennedy and Martin Luther King were assassinated. Richard Nixon was elected president. Minimum wage was $1.60, and a gallon of gas cost 30 cents. Now you're probably going to ask me, were you better off in 1968 or today? I'll tell you what, Conrad Weiser was better off in 1968 because that was the year the board decided to start football. And they had to hire a head coach. With that head coach also came assistant. Lucky for me, I graduated from college just that year, 1968, looking for a job. And my principal, Terry Reaver, who was also my coach and mentor, called and said, would you be interested in applying for a teaching job and a coaching job? I said, sure would. He said, I'll interview you for the teaching job, but our newly hired head football coach will have to interview you for the coaching job. And I swore he said his name was Ferdie Kuczala. I didn't know this guy, so I did my homework. And of course there was no internet back then, so I had to go to the library, microfilm, through the archives, and boy did I learn who Ferdie Kuczala was. All-state quarterback at Reading High, played for Andy Stopper, played with Lenny Moore, went on to Syracuse where he was quarterback, 3-year letterman, played with a guy named Jim Brown. Lenny Moore and Jim Brown, only the two best players who ever played the game. I think Ferdie had something to do with that. That summer I get a call from Coach Kuczala, said, can you meet at the high school, which is now the junior high. And I went to the meeting, and there were these two guys in the office, the phys ed office at the high school. And I knew right away who Ferdie was. He looked like a quarterback, 6'2", crew cut, looked like he could suit up and play. You have to remember, I'm 21 and he's 31 at the time. Also in that room was this other guy, looked like a refrigerator. That would be Joe Hyman. I think his first words were to me, who the heck are you? That was staff, 1968, 3 of us. We had some great times. There were great stories. I could tell you stories for hours, but I'd have to clean up too much of Joe's language. It wouldn't be very funny. But Ferdie, he was a great head coach, a great man to work for, and I speak for all the assistant coaches. He let us coach, he let us grow and learn. He gave us responsibility. He expected a lot, and he held us to that responsibility, but he sure let us coach. And for that, I'll appreciate it forever. You know, as great a head coach as Ferdie Kuczala was, he's an even finer person. In 44 years that I've known him, I've never heard anybody say a bad word about him. Never. I can't think of a finer person to honor than Coach Ferdie Kuczala. We have some great players in the 14 years that I worked with Ferdie, and certainly one of the greatest all-around players ever set foot on this football field, Ferdie Spiker.
Thank you, Dean. Beautiful evening we have here tonight, and indeed a special night to spend with Ferdie. And personally, I'd just like to thank the organizing committee for putting this event on their honor for Ferdie's getting. And personally, I just can't tell you how much it means to me to share the field one more time with Coach. It's unbelievable tonight. So tonight, though, I want to say a few words on behalf of all the former players, Ferdie, and quite a few of them are here tonight, sharing stories. And one thing we all share is the camaraderie and the sense of pride that we all took and have in being part of Conrad Weiser football history. We all have stories to share. We all have those special memories that will carry on forever. But tonight I'd like to say a few things about the lessons that we learned while playing for Coach and his staff. And these were lessons of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, respect. I could go on and on, but these lessons were lessons that we thought would help us be successful on the football field. As it turned out, as time moved on and we moved on, these were life lessons that we could share with our friends and family every single day of our lives. So, Coach, we thank you for these life lessons. This week I was trying to think of a few phrases, maybe a few words that I could use to describe the man, Ferdie Kuczala. And I have to admit that I had a little trouble coming up with anyone because there's so many good things I can say about him. But tonight I'd like to say that on behalf of all former players that are here and those that can't be here, Coach, we just, from the bottom of our hearts, we love you and we thank you for being the founder of the Conrad Weiser football tradition. So thank you, Coach.
Coach, on behalf of all the players and all the coaches who coach for you, I'd like to present you with this plaque, dated September 14, 2012. Coach Ferdie Kuczala was a three-sport athlete at Reading High School. He went on to play football and graduate from Syracuse University. He began his teaching and coaching career at Northeast Catholic in Philadelphia before coming to Conrad Weiser in 1968. He taught art in the Conrad Weiser School District for 27 years. He continues to work at Bethany Children's Home in Wilmsdorf for almost 34 years. We honor Coach Kuczala's team after 30 years of his retirement. Coach Kuczala was contacted by Conrad Weiser School Board members in the mid-1960s to start a football program. In 1968, the Scouts hit the field as a JV team. The next year, in 1969, Weiser played their first year at the varsity level, compiling a 3-5 record. It took only 5 seasons for Weiser to win their first inter-county league championship, with an overall record of 9-0 in 1973. Coach Kuczala continued his stay, winning inter-county titles in 1981 and 82 with a 20-game winning streak, the longest in the state at that time. Coach Kuczala stepped down in 1982 after 14 seasons at Weiser. 3 inter-county league titles and 2 undefeated seasons are credited to his accomplishment. He was named the Inter-County League Coach of the Year 3 times and Berks County Coach of the Year twice. He is a member of the Conrad Weiser Athletic Hall of Fame, as well as the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, Berks County chapter. Coach Boyer will present the award. I say thank you. It's very difficult time for you talking to some players that coached years in the last 40 years. And I haven't seen some of them for 40 years. And still look like they could play. I just appreciate what Coach Moyer, the staff, and the school did for me. It's just a phenomenal run. It's a phenomenal run. But they are always preached that our players playing to the best we can. And things work out for them. So thank you, Coach Kuczala.
I was in case everybody's wondering, this the sign that the Football Alumni Association had done for Coach and for the coaches who follow Coach Kuczala here at Weiser. As of Monday or Tuesday next week, that will be permanently in our stadium to honor our great coaches and the legacy coaches here at Conrad Weiser. So again, Coach Kuczala, thank you for everybody in the last video.